lot of the time social media gives us such high expectations because they're just showing the best of everything. Like Buffet Asia, right? I watched multiple videos on both TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and everyone's like, $25 lobster buffet, it's the best thing ever, come here right now, right? And then I get in here and they don't even have real butter. Where we are, guys, the famous Buffet Asia. If you lived here in Las Vegas, you've absolutely probably been here once or twice. If you are not from Las Vegas, then just know that this is the most affordable lobster buffet you're gonna find in all of the city. They have lobster, crab, sushi, and I'm gonna take you in. Let's taste it, see how good the quality is, if it's worth coming off the strip for. This is about 10 minutes away from the Las Vegas Strip. It's $25.75, so let's see if it's worth the hype and if it's a hit. I forgot to say, let's go. There are multiple locations of Buffet Asia throughout the Las Vegas Valley. This one's on the edge of Summerlin, as I said before. Now, when you come for the lobster buffet, know that it is only Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and it is only for dinner, and there absolutely will be a line. I waited about 10 minutes before I was seated. If you do use a card, it's $1 more than if you use cash. Now, we're jumping right into one of the best parts of the buffet that had me shooketh. This sushi was so fresh, guys. All of the rolls that I tried, the spicy tuna roll, the avocado rolls, and even the nigiri all tasted fresh, and the sushi wasn't stuffed with rice, which is a win in my book. This was ace sushi place quality that you would typically see for $30 per person, so I was so happy with the sushi. Now on to the desserts and sweets. We have some muffins, some jello, some sweet rolls, some rice pudding. This was a great section here. Then we had some fruit. All the fruit looked extremely fresh, juicy, and mouth-watering. The salad bar looked great as well. Some nice options with kimchi there and some oysters available. I didn't have any of the oysters. I did have them last time I came though, and they were awesome. Now we have some french fries and pizza for the kids, some cornbread, and of course the sesame balls. Now on to one of our favorite parts of the buffet. It has to be the crab, right? This was chilled, not warmed, so just be aware of that. But one thing that I loved about Buffet Asia, whenever anything was getting low, the workers would come out right after and fill it to the brim so everyone could get their fill of crab and lobster and all of the things. Now we have some pork ribs. I'm going to tell you about those pork ribs. We have some cream cheese wontons, or cream cheese ragoons rather. We had some zucchini and shrimp mix, green beans, teriyaki chicken, orange chicken, and some delicious tilapia. It was so good. We have some fried shrimp, some clams, some shrimp soup, and egg drop soup. And here's the highly anticipated lobster. This is Cantonese style lobster, so they have this delicious gravy that they kind of marinate this lobster in. It was delicious. However, whenever they fill up this lobster, guys, these people come running like moths to a light. So I just grabbed another claw and got out of there. Here's the shrimp with the heads on. That was tasty. Then we have some fried spicy crab. I'm going to go over this disaster later, but let me just say, taste was so off and stale. And right next to it, we have another disaster. It said it was cheesy seafood delight. Cheesy seafood delight. Yeah, we'll be going over that. And then they have fresh to make Mongolian barbecue, which was awesome. Now here is the lobster, the most anticipated part of this buffet, the reason why it's worth $25. This Cantonese style lobster was thick, it was juicy, it tasted fresh, and I love the gravy or the marinating that they have on it. I got a nice big chunk that I was very delighted to get. And I popped that right in my mouth like popcorn, okay? It was delectable, delectable. A+ on the lobster. Now the thing is, I got that claw. There was barely anything coming out of the claw. So I was happy that I had gotten a few tails and a few other parts of the lobster. But just know, if you're coming for the lobster, it was delicious and you can get as much as you want. They keep it filled to the brim, so that was awesome. Now, next we have this whiting or this tilapia that they marinated. That was so good. I had so much of it. And cream cheese rangoons, you can't really go wrong with them. Those were crispy and tasty. Now on to one of the grossest things I've ever had at a buffet. This was the crispy fried spicy crab. I grabbed a few of these and I tried to dip it into different sauces that they had. I tried it on its own. It was not working. The flavor was just so off, stale, old tasting and weird, and I would not recommend, and my stomach even hurt after eating this. So let's move on to something that was way better, which was the snow crab. I was so excited to get this nice chunk. The snow crab was great. I mean, it wasn't the best quality by any means, but it was sweet and tender, just as you would expect it to be. Now, dipping it into butter. This is when I realized Buffet Asia is not serving real butter. Point blank, period. I don't know if it's cut with oil. I have no clue why it tastes so off and weird. Absolute fail. But as far as the chow mein, teriyaki chicken, and the orange chicken, it was all fire. And I had to show you a close-up of this sushi, guys, because I went back 3 times. Yes, 3 times for more sushi, because it was all that good. It was $30 per person, ace quality sushi. I was so impressed. Now on to this cheesy seafood delight, which tasted just like bologna, but seafood bologna, if that makes any sense. This is when I questioned my life at this point. Then on to another bad one, guys. This is the pork ribs. It also tasted stale, old, and was terrible quality of meat. I almost spit this one out, but I was able to swallow it. Now, the boba. I almost had boba, but I did not. It was $6.25 additional, so I was like, let me not. So for dessert, I decided to have these steamy, soft, and fresh sesame balls stuffed with red bean paste, which was so good. It was amazing. Then I had the worst of all. Yes, the worst of all, the fried banana. How do you mess up a fried banana? I don't know, but that is the conclusion of everything I had. I'm gonna give Buffet Asia a solid 7 out of 10. Some of the things were definitely sketch. I'm not gonna lie. A few YouTube videos and TikToks, Instagram videos that I've seen have been, of course, hyping it up because of the price. Becoming a content creator, I realized that everyone loves to show everything and promote everything without necessarily giving their real opinion. Why? Because it's less marketable, to be honest. I even had one person tell me, who is a foodie content creator here in Las Vegas, that if I do not like a place, I just shouldn't even talk about it. I shouldn't even mention it. I shouldn't really say anything negative about it, because in the future, restaurants, businesses, places won't want to partner with me or sponsor my content. We can all have better experiences when we have the right expectation. When everything just looks so good on social media and we have a super high expectation and then we go and it's not absolutely outstanding and amazing, we can be super disappointed, and it can actually kind of ruin your experience going out to places, right? You're like, I thought this was gonna be amazing. I've seen it all over social media, and I get here and it's not even really that much to be excited about. In my videos, I like to give you guys the pros, the cons, the real tea, whether it's marketable, sponsorable, or not. That's just the content that I like. Your Vegas hype girl Jane is telling you it's worth the hype for the price. However, there are some sketchy things that I would absolutely say to avoid, which I already mentioned in the voiceover. But other than those few little tidbits, I would say it's a fantastic option. If you want to do a budget-friendly buffet in Las Vegas, then make your way over to Buffet Asia. If you guys have had any experiences with Buffet Asia, good or bad, put it in the comment section below so that all of us in this Vegas community can know all of the tea. That is it from your Vegas hype girl Jane today. God bless you and your family and your travels, and I'll see you next time. Bye.